Hey everybody, this is Larry. This is me going over Q4 of the Leetcode Weekly Contest 243. Minimum skips to arrive at meeting on time. So not many people got this one during the contest. I have some complaints about this one. I have a moral victory, which is the only victory I have today, of solving this during the contest. But two things kind of threw me that kind of led it to be incorrect. One is just the precision error. I think on a normal day, or like a regular day where I was feeling a little bit better, it would be obvious to kind of remove the speed. Because all these fraction, if I remove the fraction and use only integers, I would have gotten this AC during the contest. Because it actually also makes it faster to do a lot of these calculations, but I was just a little bit slow. There's no way around it. I was just off. I was trying to I think I spent too much time on Q3, so I was trying to be a little bit, I don't know, just a little bit lazy and try to see if I could get away with floats. And the answer was no, I could not have. If I didn't have done that, I know that I see some solutions of using epsilons, but if I had just not used floats, I would have gotten AC with the code that I have. Sometimes them are the bricks, but at least I have more victory in having the recurrence correctly. Anyway, we'll get to that now. I'm just giving you the quick retro. So, to lend that a little support, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, join me on Discord and give me some love. And yeah. But like I said, I have a more victory in that I did get the recurrence and the concept right, but the precision is a little off, and it also became a little bit slow because of that, which there was another way to fix. But anyway, let's go over the solution. So the solution is dynamic programming. Given that n is equal to 1,000, you know that the skips is 1,000. And a naive way of implementing dynamic programming, it's going to be n cubed if you just for each state, you try to see how many things you can skip and then, group them together. But the other way of doing it is kind of noticing that before we get into the code, try not to, I don't know that what the... Yeah, this is... why did I leave in a print statement? Yeah, oops. But yeah. So the idea here is that, okay, let's say you have some array, and I don't know, just and some speed is equal to 10. Just keep it easy, right? What does it mean to skip? What it means to skip is that, and the way that I was thinking about it is going backwards is that if I'm skipping, it means that I get... Okay, let's actually define the states a little bit better. Let's say there's a pit stop which I denote by highlighting the comma. What does it mean by having a comma, right? That means that if this is a rest stop and we have two choices, we could either skip it or not skip it. If we skip it, then you use the contribution of the previous number, right? And what I mean by that is that, for example, this is speed 10, then you use 12 divided by 10 plus 8 divided by 10. And if you don't, so if you skip this, if you don't skip it, then this is what happens to the last number, right? If you don't skip it, you have this number instead. So you have just 12 over 10. Of course, this is all divided by 10, at least in our case. So then the answer becomes a dynamic programming problem of, okay, let's say I have here, I could choose to skip or not skip. If I skip, then I choose it to take the best answer that is arriving at this point, and then round it up. Oh, sorry. Wait, what did I say? If I skip this rest stop, then I just take the best answer at this point. If I do not skip it, meaning that I do take the break, then that means that I round up from everything, the best answer that's going on at that point, right? That's basically the idea. That explanation I'm not super happy with, but see if you can kind of try to understand that logic a little bit. And that'll probably get you a little bit thinking. I think one thing that I struggled with during the contest for this problem is that I was not defining the index correctly. What I did during the contest was that I defined the index as the index of the distance, but it should have actually been the index of the commas, the space between. And once you look at it that way, then it becomes a little clearer of, okay, this is the rest stop that I have. If I skip it, then I could take all the fractional pieces of whatever the best answer was before. If not, then I take the best answer of the whole number part where you round it up, because that means that whatever it was before, round up, and that assumes optimal sub problems, of course. So in that sense, you have to kind of just have that leap of faith. But yeah. But another thing to know about this problem is that because every number is divided by speed, you can actually multiply everything by speed to get the right answer. And that just means that you multiply by hours before by speed, and then in your math you do the round up by having the speed. It will then you can keep everything in integers and you don't have to store any floats, and it makes things a lot faster as a result. So then here, because now we look at for each index of the rest stops, an index can go from 0 to n-1, I suppose, and skips left can go from 0 to index, I guess, strictly speaking, but all of n is fine, right? So this means that this is n squared for the complexity. And the idea here is, okay, we have two choices. One is do not use a skip, and here is use a skip. And if we don't use a skip, then we take the answer that we had by the previous rest stop. We don't skip it. It means that we take that answer and then we round it up. And this is the way that I do the math round up after multiplying by everything by speed. So this looks a little bit awkward. That's what rounding up means, keeping it by integers. If you have to work it out on paper, work it out yourself. I'm not going to explain this part just because this is something that you can, look at patterns for small numbers and figure it out. And if you do use a skip, then you can take all the fractional parts and then just add it to distance. One additional thing I would say is that if you have a fraction class, you can actually just use fraction and cache that, and that would make your math a lot easier as well. But yeah, and then after you calculate or this is the recursion. This is the recursion memorization dynamic programming. As you can see, this is O of 2 time because they're O of 2 possible states and O of n squared space. And then what's left to do is to answer the actual question, and which is that, if you can go from the last stop back to the still stop using a skip number, that's, this is saying if. So, okay. So this function tells you what is the minimum time to get to the end using skips left skips starting from or ending at index, right? So then you ask yourself, okay, what if we use 0 skip? What if you use 1 skip? What if you use 2 skip, etc., right? And because this is cached or memorized, this is going to be O of 1. So even though this is an additional for loop, this is an O of 1 operation, and you check it O of 1 time every time. And because the thing is that everything interacts together, and because you're filling out this table, the total time is still going to be n squared time, because you only, because everything is already calculated, and this is an O of 1 core. So yeah, and if you used up all the skips and it's still, you don't have an answer, then return -1, which is what the problem asks. I actually did this +5 because I wasn't sure if about like using n or n-1 skip or stuff like that in that case. But you also know that if it was over, it doesn't change the answer. So that's why I just did it this way. I don't know. This is the contest E thing. I think, this is technically, I think n is probably good enough if you want to be precise. But yeah, that's all I have for this problem. I struggled with this one, the contest, but I actually did get the answer to this one. I added a couple of things to it, but it still actually gives the same answer. I just have the same problem, which is the precision problem. If I had fixed the precision problem, everything would have been right. It was also just a little bit hard to debug because the answer, like I got the wrong answer, and the wrong answer that they gave me was off by like 130 or something like that, or whatever it was. So I didn't think it was precision because I thought that if it was precision error, it would be off by 1 or 2 or something like that, right? But because we're doing this rounding thing thousands of times, it ends up that it accumulates a lot of error as a result, and that's what bit me. I would have gotten this during the contest if it weren't for that position error. So again, like I said, moral victory is better than nothing. But hopefully next week will be better. So, give me some love, give me some like buttons, and I will see you next time. Hope this explanation was good. If not, leave some question in the comments. I get to them, I answer all the questions, whatever, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. Or watch me solve it live during the contest and then struggle with it, and then you could kind of see how I debug it and learn from it and so forth. I actually went over time even during the contest or after the contest, so so you could see the grind, you could see the struggle, you could see me taking a really long time to just realize it was position error. It's kind of weird because I think just learning, years of competitive experience, I would avoid avoid using doubles and throws as many as I can. But I think I was a little bit on tilt from another problem from Q3 of this contest, and I was just a little bit slow, and I didn't get through how to get rid of the speed, and I was hoping that division is okay and I could get away with it. The answer is no, I couldn't get away with it. I had to change everything to but I had to change everything to ints. But yeah, you could see that struggle and that regular realization and learning later. Yeah. See you later. Okay, just silly. I just misunderstood it. Okay, how many people have gotten this so far? So far behind, and so many penalties. 1,000. Just one of those days. Okay. You still gotta grind it out. 27 have gotten this, so it's gonna be hard. Because they have a lot of leeway or time on me. Okay. Wow, that was a rough Q3. Today Q3 is my bane. Okay, let's read. skips required. And this is just like that Q2 that from a few weeks ago, except for it's more annoying. Can you do DP? Let's see. No, DP. Can you do DP? I think you could do DP. That'll be too easy. But the thing is, you have to figure out how to do skips in a row. That's gonna be too slow. Can I unroll the loop? If I don't use a skip, how do I do the math easier? If I use a skip, if I don't use a skip, you bubble up the number of times. Okay, maybe, I don't know if this is right. Let's see. Otherwise, if if we don't use a skip, it's just this plus this. If we don't use a skip, this happens, and then rest of this we do the sewing. Otherwise, we do use a skip, and it's something like this. Okay, maybe that's fine. Don't forget the cache. That's not right. Oh, if this is that's probably still not right. .5 is probably not right. How did that happen for 0? 0. Oh, this is skips -1, and also if skips left is greater than 0. So 2.5 is not. Oh, I always forget the. Okay, the last one is a little bit weird. I forget. So. Because we never skip the last stop anyway. So that's by far. No, this is probably actually 2, 3, 1. So skipping 0 is 3. That's not true, right? Oh. No, that should be right already. Why is it giving me 2A? Oh, because this is 0. So, yeah. I guess if hours before is an integer, it doesn't really matter. I skip. I get 10.5. I skipped 2 because I skipped the first. It's silly. Skip 1. How would I get 2.25? Speed is 4. So if I skip the first one, the second, then I think I'm doing it backwards. Maybe that's why. If I do it backwards, maybe that'll work. Just put this on the thingy. So I guess I'm just pointing it. Still wrong though. 2.5. At least that's more right. But skipping 1 should not be 2.25. Because we skipped the first pit stop, then this should be 1. This should be 0.5. 0.5. Doing it backwards a little bit awkward because I think the 0.5 is messing up the thing. Because then if we try to skip this one, it actually just skips the 3 and 2 instead of the 1 and the 3. And it adds things in a weird way. Something like this, but I feel like well, I mean, clearly I'm wrong, but no, because this is also, I think I'm just doing the math a little bit weird. Okay, if we skip, using the skip, this math is right, but not using the skip. Oh, sorry. Yeah, not using the skip, the math is right, but using the skip, it is a little bit wrong. I mean, it does the zeroing, but I think I'm doing this in a little bit awkward because I'm trying to not do n cube. The n cube one is obvious, but so basically I don't know if I'm gonna get this in half an hour. What a disaster. But we get contribution is this. I think this hours before is an int, so it doesn't matter. So this should be fine with rounding up. And then now this becomes, if I don't skip, oh, that's not true, because you may skip the one before and then that adds that up, because basically this part. I think I'm returning two different things, that's why it should be skipped, right? So if it was skipped, if the last number is skipped, what happens? If it's skipped, then we can either keep going, if the last thing was skipped, then we actually want to return the fractional number, so then we don't do this zero thing. Then we want to return, okay, so then if that's the case, we want to return this plus this no matter what, whether we use the skip or not. If we don't use the skip, okay, and then if the last number wasn't skipped, and here we did use the skip, so it's true, here it is false. If the last number isn't skipped, then we return this thing, this roundup thing. I'm a little tired. I'm just gonna use seal instead of using my other thing. Is that more right? Okay, it's not more right. Still 3. Why? What? So skip is going to be false all the way. So it goes bam, bam, bam. This is for skipping the next step. So after it did this thing, we did use a skip, then we do this, right? It's a little awkward. Because if we do use a skip, we actually, okay, this is wrong. This should be the seal of this thing, not the, so that we can continue the streak. Is that better? I mean, this gives me the right answer, and I don't know any better, so I'm gonna go for it, I guess. Maybe just one more for time purposes. 1000 Jeebus. Okay, actually, I guess I'll just change. Is it fast enough? Time limit exceeded, really? They should only have 2 million elements. Maybe. Why? Why is that time limit exceeded? That's actually surprising. Damn, oh, your cache not fast enough. Oh, it's time limit exceeded because I run it multiple times. So, it's still not a good sign. Even if we run it once and it's still too slow. 3 seconds, so it's going to be a little bit slow. Is that faster? I don't do that many operations. It's crazy that this is too slow. I mean, I don't know. And I don't even know if this is the right answer to switch languages. A lot of people got in it, whatever anyway, so let's give it a submit, and then if it's wrong answer, then I don't have to think about it. If it's time limited, then use another language, maybe. Okay, that's actually good to know, I guess, because then I don't have to spend time on it. I get -1, but expect 7. 7, it returns 8, but it expects it to be 7. Did the fraction thing finally come into play? If this wasn't skipped. This was not skipped. This is a little bit wrong, maybe. This was not skipped, then why would I take the seal? Still the wrong answer, but Yeah, why did I return 0 on this one? Oh wait, but if the previous was skipped, no, I needed this to be 0 because the previous was skipped, so then it's just this going forward. Yep, okay. And don't skip. If you don't skip, then you return. Okay. I think this is right, but as right as it gets. Not right enough though, but I spent too much time on Q3, otherwise maybe I have a shot. This is right, this is right. This should be, I don't know. I'm spending a lot of time, but okay. I feel like I have the right idea, but maybe my form is a little bit off. I feel like we skip, but then we stop the skip. This is true. We didn't skip, then well, technically I guess we need another 0 around here, but for symmetry's sake. But that just this 10. What is the sum of this? I was going to put out a calculator, but let's just print out a sum. So 42, 42. 42 divided by 6 is 7, right? That means I have to skip every number. How many numbers are 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 1 If you skip all the numbers, you should get the sum of all the numbers, so maybe I'm messing up there. Because maybe I have to do this. I mean, I know that this isn't going to fix the answer, but at least it should give me a validation test. And this doesn't seem like that's doing that correctly. Because what it should do is, it should do this move all the time. That's the optimal move, but it's not. For some reason. Yeah, that should not be 8, because if you skip all the numbers, then you should go to all the fractions. Did I miss it wrong? No, speed is 6, so 1/6 of all the sum should be right. So what am I doing wrong? I skip all the things and it's still wrong. Why? There should be no ceiling in any of it. So why is it getting 8? Okay, because the is this the reason that we should consider the first one as having it skipped? I mean, it still gives me the wrong answer, but is it better wrong answer? I mean, it's off by 1 instead of off by 2. Or instead of impossible, which is better, but still a little bit weird. Because we start from here. Like 10 minutes left. What a disaster. What's my ranking? I don't even know anymore. It's gonna be a bloodbath. Because Q3 I'm just silly on, but why is this off by 1? Even the right answer is 7. Even if I'm a little bit correct, I'll be at 8. Even though, okay, there's some position errors, which is still not good, but also if you have a fraction class, that'll be good, but that's not even the point. It's either that, or if it's not DP, then it's probably some sort of sorting heap type answer, but I don't know why this is not giving me the right answer though. Like, why is it just not this entire time? Just give me the sum of all the things. at 8 it gives me the sum of other things. Okay, so actually no, okay, so I think we're right. But now there's something wrong with the logic. So that's fine, I guess, actually. Okay. I'm not gonna get it in 10 minutes, am I? So you don't skip. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just don't know how to solve this one. Maybe this is the wrong approach. The 0 answer isn't even right. If we skip no answers, then we're just wrong. So I think we're just off by a little bit. So there's probably something more weird about it, because I think yeah, the last one should not be force. Then we return the ceiling of all these things, which is fine. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I just don't know how to do this one. I think I'm close in concept, but maybe I'm missing one observation. And this might, as I said, maybe even time limit. So I don't even know if this is going to be right. Even if I fix whatever it is using the same logic. I feel like this is. I feel good about this, but sometimes, no, the results don't match up with how you feel. Huh. I mean, I don't even know which 6 or 7 stops to skip or whatever. Oh, I guess the answer is 7, so 7 stops to skip. And there's no way I'm going to look at this TP array and or matrix and be able to figure it out. So I'm just staring at using my same logic. So on force, I guess I don't really need this because that should already return it for me. That doesn't really change the answer though. Well, I mean, it gives me the right response now for some of them. Yeah, it gives me the right response for the first whatever. Well, maybe not this one. But a slightly better response. We didn't skip it. Well, I guess technically, I guess we need to do this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. Is he going to propagate? Maybe I'm doing it the wrong direction still. I'm going to propagate this up or down. Why not? YOLO it. YOLO try it. Well, I mean, it gives the right input, but now it may time out. I mean, it might give the wrong answer for other inputs, but, you know, I don't have time to fix this. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think this is it, but I just did it the wrong way. But I don't have time to finish this. I mean, yeah, this is probably the way to do it, but let's see if I could do it. I just can't do another language fast enough. I mean, if I had another 10 minutes, I could do it, but that it is what it is. I don't even know how to do it anymore, but that's really sad though. Yeah, I mean, poop. Like I said, if I have about 5 more minutes, I would have gotten this, but I mean, I don't have time left, but I am gonna try to, well, we'll see if this thing would have worked. It's math.bin, isn't it? So yeah, all my times on Q3 kind of came back to haunt me. Did I mess something up? This code looks really weird. No, maybe this is for, oh no, I have math.co on both. Oops. Yeah, so I'm not looking at the answers or other people's solutions yet, but because I do have time. Is that the code that I have? And yeah. I don't know if I want this to be accepted or not, because that would just be sad. Can I find symbol speed? Whoops. Also, I don't. Okay, and now I have to cache. Double. 12:04, so I would have counted 4 minutes after the contest, maybe. Index -1 out bounds, that's probably true. For which one? Min skips? Because I skip. And okay, so I got the wrong answer with Java. I mean, I don't know if it's a translation or not, but at least we know that this is going to give me the wrong answer. Let's actually take a look at Python 3 for my solution, because I already had that solution. Oops. see if that would have gotten it right. So I don't know if it's translation or the code. If it's the code, then that's fine. Okay, so I think I'm just wrong then. Okay, let's do some code reviews. And yeah, let's see. I feel like I'm roughly close, but maybe not. Let's take a look. Okay, this is top down, but I think this is pretty much how I did it. So, is that true? Alright, let's take a look at another one. Because maybe that one is just... I mean, I think I did the same thing. I don't know. Maybe there's some weirdness on different things. How much time did mine take anyway? 2 seconds. So it timed out on a bigger case, but it's still, I mean, it also is possible that there's some precision error because yeah, I mean, it just maybe no, but in Java it was okay. So I mean, they even did some minus epsilon thing. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I have the right idea, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, people did it like bottoms up, so it's a little bit different than the way I would have done it anyway. But the idea is the same. Maybe. Let's see if I can find one that I could understand. I mean, I think that I have the right idea, but maybe top down is a little bit trickier to do. Because the states are the same of use. I mean, we all have the same states. So, alright, this is a Python one. Maybe I'll know it. There is a prefix sum though. And using seal here. I don't know why the syntax highlighting is so weird, but syntax, okay. But yeah, this is prefix sum. So this is, what's S about? Oh, that's just the pre-calculated. So if using no skip, it's just that. Okay, that makes sense. Otherwise, if it uses I, then it is just the size of I. What does that mean? This is just a sum. Okay, that makes sense. So for J, that's what I did. So I don't know. I mean, that's basically what I did, but maybe top down was much harder. And also all the skip stuff, because I was trying to do top down, and maybe I don't know if there's anyone who did it top down. I should have done it bottoms up. I think that was maybe more intuitive. Yeah, maybe top down. I mean, bottoms up was the way to think about it. Maybe this one was a little bit too tricky. But I was going the wrong direction, I think, and I think that was the issue as well. A couple, and that took too long. I was trying to do the same ish idea of can I do this bottoms up? I mean, can I do this top down? Let's see. I mean, I think, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I was very close, but maybe there's some really weird nuance that I'm missing. But let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't get why my. I mean, other than this epsilon thing, I mean, I have the same logic, but maybe because I'm going backwards, it's. Because it's the min of this. I mean, we literally have the same ish code, except for I have this thing about skipped. Maybe I don't need skipped. Maybe that confused me. I definitely tried this. Did I have 0 in the wrong place? Is that right? Well, that's just wrong, so. No. Why is that returning 0 though? Did I actually want this? What is going on? What? I'm very confused. I mean, I have basically the right thing, so I don't know why. What is going on here? Why is this returning this nonsense? If we have 0 skips. This is 2 times a lot. I don't know why I have what's 665. 1385. Yeah, I don't get why my code is wrong. Because so this is the original recurrence that I had roughly. I mean, I had some variations of this and going in different directions, but but it is the same recurrence pretty much. So why am I like now? I'm like definitely cheating a little bit, but I just want to know why this is wrong. Like we literally, like I'm looking back and forth, and you can see me do it. We're literally the same code, almost like I'm cheating. Except they're going forward. No, that should be okay. Yeah, I don't get why I'm wrong. Dum dum dum. Do I get the examples wrong? Let's see. No, the examples were right. Then why did I get this one wrong? Is it precision? There's no way that's precision errors off by like that much though. It's not like it's off by 1 or 2. 665 is this number, and we're trying to get it to like off by 50 is a lot. Unless I copied and paste wrong. No, I mean they tell you the same thing, right? 828. So no. I'm still learning a little bit, but yeah. I don't. I'm trying to understand why this. Like, what is even different about my code? Like, if I were cheating, you know. Like, I'm literally like, I look at this code now and I'm like, okay, this is exactly the same. Right? Like I didn't intended it, but I don't know why this is so different from me. I don't know. Okay. Well, I mean, there's only one way to. I mean, okay. Now you're watching me kind of try to learn. Hopefully, this is helpful. If you're still watching, I don't know. I don't know. If not, that's okay. Well, if not, then you wouldn't be here to tell you that it's okay. But yeah, okay. I mean, obviously, this is right because otherwise it wouldn't show up. But why? How? Like, what does that look like? Oops. Whoops. And you. Like, what's 10? 10 is this number. What's my 10? same so far. So where do we diverge? Look at 236. So we still have the same thing so far. So what happened? 500 maybe? So we still have the same answer at 500. So why does it start messing up after that? Just subtract. I'm so confused. Okay, starting at 600 it diverges. But why? Because I have like some funky things where... with these two repeat, so 592. Even 592 were right, but 593 were wrong. Or, well, I'm wrong. But why? How many? What is n here anyway? N is like something big. So it's not even, it's just doing the math wrong. It's not even like, you know, I'm off by a little bit. That's just the sum to early terminate. I probably should have done this, by the way, so that I could get some speed benefits. I wasn't thinking about it because I was thinking about getting it right. But, This is the same logic, D sub 0. I mean, I had something like this before, but I don't think that... if that changes the answer, that would be hilarious. Because I did it the other way and it wasn't right. Yeah, so it's still the same. I am so confused how these two codes are different. And also, this is apparently unnecessary, but... I mean, this is the only thing that's different, but I can't imagine that anyway, right? Nope. Yeah, that I don't think that would have changed anything. I don't get it. Because this is I and this is J, so why is this... I literally have to write the same, I don't know about the right answer, but the same answer. And I can't figure out why. Look, our recurrence is exactly the same. Did I mess up? Is it this? No, I don't think so. That would just be outbound, right? Yeah. Also, then it would just be wrong for some numbers, but sorry, I'm just typing on Discord, trying to figure it out. But what you're watching is just me trying to learn and figure out why my thing is off by so much. And after 500 skip, you start combining 2 in a row. Maybe my 2 in a row stuff is off because of this. I don't know. I'm literally looking at the same code. Wait, what's CL? Maybe the CL is a little bit weird. No, this is just CL with an epsilon. So which is exactly what I do. Okay. And also, I think one minor thing that I would say is that, yeah, it kind of skips backward. So that's probably why it works. But I don't get it. Oh, why am I mean, and this also is the case when I switch to Java, so it's not a Python thing. Well, I mean, I think that's how I got this to begin with. And both these, I mean, I know that I simplified it a little bit, but it still should be the same-ish thing. Well, or at least according to them. But, so I'm having the same wrong answer, but, which is, I guess, good in this consistency, but looking at this right answer, I don't know what I'm doing differently. IJ. Like I literally have the same recurrence. Does the ordering matter? No, I don't think so. Right? Like why would the order matter? No, I mean, or rather, no, I mean the order obviously matters, but doing it top down versus bottoms up shouldn't matter. Like my code is exactly the same, except for I'm top down. I'm too stubborn to figure out. Okay, maybe not that stubborn. Let's play around with it. Let's say I have something like Yeah, I don't know. Unless I'm off by one somewhere really badly. Almost 100. Right. All right, let's see. What did I do? Oh, whoops. What did I do? Oops. What did I do? Okay. I mixed up my I's and J's and indexes. Well, that's unfortunate. Where did I go? Oh, whoops. Should be 0. Though I don't know if that should change. Why is that off by that much? Did I add some? So for each number, oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so what? So I have to say, I mean, at least this is consistent. So what is the difference between my top down and his top or bottoms up and his bottoms up, or hers? Like now this is exactly the same, but so at least I know that we're consistent. Well, I guess not exactly the same, but close. Yeah, okay. I mean, I didn't think that would change the answer, but it is what their code is. So what is the difference here? Like this is like now I'm just trying to cheat real badly, but you can see why maybe. Am I missing something really obvious? Like I'm literally, and this should already be a. I mean, would that make a difference? If that is the difference, then I would just be really sad for a while. No, okay. Okay. But then now why? Unless this CO is correct. That would also be a little bit sad if someone like that is big enough to make a difference. No, okay. Well, I don't know. What was the answer again? 680. That is enough to make a huge difference, actually. Wow. Is that the answer? Is that what I messed up by? I didn't think it was position because the answer was off by 170. But maybe it is. Maybe I am wrong. Because this is... Okay, wow. Wow, so if I had just did this... Okay, let me just remove this now. I don't think I need it anymore. Then I would have been good. Wow, let's give it a submit. It may time out actually. I forgot to change it to Java. I shipped it in Java. Oh, accepted. Oh my. Wow. I don't know what to say other than, I mean, I had the right idea. I should have gotten it. How many people ultimately got it this contest? Let's see. Yeah, so I would have been top 200 if I had gotten it, even in the worst case. And it was all because of precision error. Maybe I should have tried that a little bit more. I don't know. That is, wow. I did not expect that, to be honest. Because basically, so this is the Java code that I had. Because the other thing times out, but that's because I made it a little bit complicated. But if I had just do this -1u -8. Would this have been right? Yes, I would have been right. Oh my, I don't know what to say. Oh jeez. Wow. Well, I mean, on the flip side, I am happy that I'm happy that I would have gotten the right. I mean, I had the right answer, right? So I'm not that sad about it. But you know, I don't think this is within my whatever. And there's no way for me to have guessed that it's off by like 140. So whatever. Yeah. So this was a rough contest and day for me. So yeah. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Show me some love, and hopefully it will bounce back as I explain more problems. But I hope y'all have a good night, have a good long weekend, and I will see y'all later. Bye bye.